The rain had always been a comfort to Eleanor. Ever since she was a child, she had loved the way it tapped gently against the window pane, the way it painted the world in shades of silver and gray, and the way it made everything feel slower, softer, and more peaceful. Now, living alone in a small cottage at the edge of a quiet town, she welcomed the rain like an old friend. It was a constant presence in her life, a rhythm that played in the background of her days. And tonight, as she curled up in her favorite chair with a cup of chamomile tea, she listened to the soft drumming against the roof and let herself sink into its embrace. The rain's embrace. Outside, the world was drenched in misty blues and greens, the trees swaying slightly in the gentle wind. Eleanor's cottage sat at the end of a narrow dirt path, surrounded by an overgrown garden where ivy crawled up the stone walls and wildflowers thrived in chaotic beauty. She had chosen this place precisely for nights like this, for the solitude, for the endless stretch of sky, and for the way the rain seemed to belong here, just as she did. With a sigh, she reached for the book resting on her lap but found herself too distracted to read. Instead, she let her gaze wander to the rain-streaked window. She watched as droplets merged together, trickling down in slow, uncertain paths. They reminded her of memories, some clear, some blurred, all of them woven into the fabric of her life. Memories in the rain. She thought of the times she had danced in the rain as a child, spinning in circles with her arms wide open, her laughter echoing through the quiet streets of her old neighborhood. She thought of the way her mother used to hum softly on rainy afternoons, the melody blending seamlessly with the patter of raindrops. And she thought of him. There had been a time when rain wasn't just a comfort, but a shared experience, when she had walked through the city's empty streets, hand in hand with someone who once meant everything. They had talked about dreams, about places they would visit, about how the rain seemed to wash away everything that didn't matter. But like the rain, he had come and gone, a fleeting presence, beautiful and transient. Eleanor wasn't sad about it anymore. Some people were like storms, passing through your life with intensity, leaving behind echoes of thunder in your heart. Others were like the steady autumn rain, gentle and unassuming, staying just long enough to remind you of warmth. She had learned to appreciate both. A night without time. As the night deepened, the rain grew softer, turning into a quiet mist. Eleanor wrapped her blanket a little tighter around her shoulders and let herself close her eyes. Somewhere in the distance, the sound of an owl echoed through the trees. The fire in the hearth crackled softly, casting flickering shadows on the wooden walls. She wasn't sure how long she sat there, listening to the rain, feeling its quiet rhythm slow her thoughts and ease her mind. There was no rush, no urgency, only the steady, gentle falling of water from the sky, an ancient lullaby that had been sung for centuries. And in that moment, surrounded by the quiet hum of the storm, she felt completely at peace.